Plate Analyzer is a new technology for high throughput and high content flow cytometry. The concept is very different to the traditional flow cytometry software. It's driven by the need to help the user understand complex data sets, so it operates very differently to what you might be used to. The first thing you'll notice is that it's designed to look at hundreds of samples simultaneously. A 96 well plate is easy, a 384 well plate is normal for this technology. We can even go to 1536. All of the data are loaded within a few seconds. Literally, it loads 384 list mode files with 4 to 6 million cells in about 20 seconds. That's about the time you might load a single file normally. Here's a look at how it operates, and then we can look at its interactivity. First, you see there's a blank screen with all its components. There are three main areas of the screen: left, top, and bottom. A series of drop-downs lets you change your views, but the model we've chosen is that the important things are the analytical components, so these will be emphasized. Loading data shows each well on the screen, and each well changes color as it loads. After all the data are loaded, a few seconds delay, and you'll see all the variables displayed on the left part of the screen. Every parameter, regardless of the number, you could have 500 if you want, are loaded and shown as a summary of the entire plate. A cursor is there on every histogram, and we'll explain that later. At the center, you'll see a well map, and all the wells are red. On the right, there's a dot plot with a 2-parameter display showing all 384 wells. There's nothing on the top of the screen, as this is the logic map, and that's what comes next. Loading a logic map is accomplished by clicking a top bar button, finding the correct PAP file and selecting it. This loads a logic map, or what you might recognize as a protocol. This can get very complicated, but you can do a lot with a simple logic map. You can save as many as you want, and you can load one after another to test different hypotheses. The drug concentration file is automatically loaded with the logic map, but you can load another file by clicking on the load button. You can type in different concentrations at any time, and you only need to type the top line or left line if you want to populate the rest of the plate automatically. Now we see why Plate Analyzer is different. One click shows a whole lot of IC50 curves, and did you see any complicated manipulation of files? You can actually get to this point in 30 seconds from starting the program. Plate Analyzer is that fast. All the data, by the way, can be exported as XML, Excel, or text files at any time from any graphic. So what happened here? We just analyzed the entire 384 set of list mode files, and we did it in a few seconds. Let me explain a few features of Plate Analyzer. I just showed you the IC50 curves. Here's the heat map, and the heat map is entirely interactive. You'll see that later in the video demonstration. A neat feature is the intensity plot drop-down. Here you can select any variable and plot the result across the drug doses you have, and you can either plot average, median, or any percentile. The spillover screen shows the spillover table that was used in collecting from the original instrument, and these can be changed if you want. Also on this screen are three other important features. You can change any variable to or from log. You can crop outliers, which is very useful for instruments that collect many decades and sometimes end up with some junk data that goes off the screen, and you can normalize data sets if you want. Then there's the 3D plot, which is also interactive and a lot of fun to play with, and I'll demonstrate that later in the video as well. So there you have it for the basics of Plate Analyzer technology. Of course, there's literally dozens of very exciting features under the hood, and we'll investigate those one at a time.